Well, Man United will have to be careful in the second half because Forest could have had another goal or two from set pieces in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, they've had more corners, and that's where they obviously got the first goal. But, I mean, Murillo just stands it up at the back post. And again, you bigger, stronger, you just win the first one. So he's so unlucky. That's a great header. It really is. He's so unlucky. Onana's been magnificent for Man United this season, but I think he had him beat there. Just came off the crossbar, and again, another set piece.
And it's almost like, because obviously there's a lot of noise around Arsenal and their set pieces, it's almost like teams now are looking at it thinking, many games have won and lost. You know, and it's always been the case in football, but nothing's ever changed in that. But I think teams now are really taking their time in the setup and making sure they capitalise on any sort of dead ball.
And he's a smart man. He'll have looked at what happened against Arsenal. And look, you can see goals conceded from set pieces. Only Wolves and Southampton have conceded more. That's not great reading. I'm sure Amorim has a lot to work on in that respect.
But he's changing different formation, different personnel. You know, he's changing a lot. He's getting a feel for a lot of these players as well. But it's something they can improve. But I do think Onana's been a huge plus this season. They just got to get the personnel around him a little bit more settled.
On to Bruno again. Nearly scored, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's what a player. You know,
He is, amazing. Isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, everything goes through him. And you spoke about, like, you know, set pieces, and he's a specialist. You know, and you do, you know, in situations like that, you do fancy him to hit the target and score. But, you know, it's a great effort. Oh.
Yeah, it takes a bit of deflection, I think, from a wall. I mean, it's a huge wall, to be fair. I think it has the keeper beat, but Bruno's still the guy. You know, wherever he's playing in the midfield, or he's playing wide, he's the guy that creates the opportunities for everyone.
He is indeed. Well, there's only played indeed, and the 10 league goals that Chris Wood has scored are very special goals, and especially to score on his birthday. And then have a look at the league table, because this is what it means. They're up to 5th. It's actually something really special at this club that Nuno is creating now. Yeah,
but it's an amazing football club with amazing history. But you talk about Chris Wood there, you know, he's a goal scorer. And, you know, he gets into areas. It doesn't really complicate anything. You know, he's a focal point when he needs to be, holds the ball up, brings people in play. And he always gets himself in the box where he's going to score goals. You know, and he's efficient in the final third. He's brave. And, you know, to score 10 league goals, you know, at this stage of the season is amazing. And you can see him getting a lot more. Yeah,
let's have a look at his goal, shall we, Owen? This was the goal that took it to 3-1. And he just seems to be in such good form this season.
I'm not sure he's trying to score here, Sima.
No.
I think, first of all, they do really well to win the second ball. Gibbs White, how can you give a guy that good that much space? I think he's just trying to head this back across goal. But he's smart. He knows, because the ball's that high, he probably can't get enough power on it to actually head it in the goal. So he kind of heads it back. But again, you've got to get to Gibbs White. You know, great delivery. The guys just puts that into an area, puts the defenders under pressure.
Yeah. But when
they're a bit unlucky, aren't they? De Ligt and Martinez.
Yeah, I think you have to stop at a source. I think when you've got like a presence like Woods in the box, surely, you know, you stop it. So you have to block the cross. You don't want that ball to go in the area. So I think even the detail around that, you have first of all, you stop the cross. Don't let it even go in there. But people just standing off him. And like I said, he's got a lot of quality, Gibbs White. And he puts into the right area, and you end up conceding.
And as I mentioned earlier, now Chris Wood is Nottingham Forest's all-time top goal scorer. And you know, as a striker, what those accolades mean. It's very, very special to hit those milestones.
It is special. I mean, you look at the list there: Brian Roy, Stan Collymore, who's someone who I looked up to. You know, fantastic centre forward. Stuart Pearce, what's he doing there?
But, yeah, he's scored some goals from.
I know, penalty, yeah, but like, I mean, it's amazing. You know,
actually, the last time that I mentioned that Forest actually won at Old Trafford, Stan Collymore and Stuart Pearce both scored in that game.
Oh, really?
They did.
But he'd be delighted with that. But even when you see in the interview there, his demeanour, you know, he's someone that wants to, you know, continue to score goals, and you never know what they can achieve at the end of the season.
Well, that was my next question, actually. What do you think they can achieve? I mean, it's very, very tough at the top of the table, but they are currently 5th. They're just a couple of points behind Man City at the moment.
Well, I think it's tight from 2nd to, like, 10th even. You know, but the thing is, nobody's going to want to play them. And I think also, you know, we saw ability getting into the Champions League. While you're there, they'll be thinking, can we get back into Europe? You know the history that they have in Europe.
1-1 at Old Trafford. Nice feel to the game as well, but having conceded 2 goals from set pieces at Arsenal just 90 seconds into this game, Manchester United are behind from a set piece. Phil Jones had to defend plenty of set pieces as a Manchester United player. Can you defend this one? Right, just before we roll this,